York's only local show is back on its new home on York's only local station.
Guess who's back? Back again.
This is the Gary Sutton Show on WOYK.
I'm back.
Now, broadcasting live from WOYK's downtown York studios inside Wellspan Park, here's Gary Sutton.
And a very happy post-Labor Day Tuesday. Good morning to you. I am Gary Sutton. This is the Gary Sutton Show on WOYK. It is the main street of York and York County. And Mark McKenzie here. Glad to be joining you here this morning on the second day of September 2025. It is, when I came in this morning, it was 57 degrees outside. A little chilly.
Yes. Nippy.
Still a little chilly, but that's okay. But we are fresh back from a weekend in Wonderland, having had a chance to get out there and reconnect, charge up the batteries, and get a cold. Mark McKenzie struggling through a cold right now.
Another one.
Another stinking cold.
It's all right, though. It's almost gone.
Yeah, I mean, you're working through it. You're being a trooper.
Oh, it never stopped me.
No, nothing like that.
Not this.
Not this. Not up in here.
There are some things that would, but not this.
Yeah. What would stop you? What?
Remember I had COVID, I think it was 2 years ago. I think I was out almost a week. That was rough.
I had it. I guess I had it about 2 years ago too. I think we had it, but we were. Well, I don't remember when the heck I had it.
It was in the fall.
Yeah,
I want to say October.
Well, for me, it was during. It was just late in the year. It was late in the summer, early fall, and I got it the day before our member guest. I remember that because I couldn't play in it with my partner then. So then I had to get another partner, and they went out and won it.
Oh.
Yeah, how bad is that? And I had already paid. I'd already paid for it. I mean, what kind? There you go. I mean, how bad was that? Anyway, interesting weekend, opening weekend of college football. Penn State. The AP ratings are going to come out this morning. Penn State will be number 2 in the country to Ohio State.
Now, weren't they number 2 already?
They were number
3,
2 or 3. Texas was in there. And Ohio State Penn State was second, and then Ohio State was third.
Yeah.
But because Ohio State beat Texas, they're going to leapfrog, and they'll get number 1. And everybody loves Ohio State anyway, and Penn State will get number 2 because the pollsters always hate Penn State because they whatever. For whatever reason. I don't understand why that is. But
so who's going to be number 1?
It will be Ohio State. Yes, the Buckeyes. They'll be number 1. And we'll see that later on this morning. But Penn State looked pretty good. I mean, they didn't have to do a whole lot with University of Nevada, but they still look pretty good. And we'll see if they're national championship material. But I would think the pressure is on James Franklin this year, unlike any time that we've seen, because they do have such lofty goals. So we'll see what happens this year.
See, I like to ask.
Go ahead.
What does the coach of Nevada tell his players in the locker room as they are about to head out for a game in which they are favored to lose by more than 40 points? Where do the words come from?
Yeah.
That,
the one word you remember there?
What's that?
Guarantee. We just got a guarantee of how many ever $1 million they got to play Penn State and offer themselves up. Would you take a punch from Mike Tyson for $3 million?
Well, I mean, the school.
Kind of that's what you're getting. The school gets that, money comes back to your university. So you say, okay, let's go out and get whacked on national TV. And,
And I did. I mean, it was like watching like the high school versus the JV.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought Nevada was, okay.
They comported themselves.
But they handled things well, and their coach handled things well. It was amazing to listen to the announcers. Gary Danielson, who, again, is not a big Penn State fan, but Gary Danielson got every single call wrong. It was like a question because it's always I hate Penn State thing. Now, there are some people that, and this is me being objective. I'm watching him every game he's ever done with Penn State, and it's always anything that could go against Penn State, he's with him, and then he's wrong.
Yeah.
But then they were looking at like some guy for Nevada makes a play, and he goes, "Well, that'll bring him back. That'll make them feel better when they get back home. They'll look at the film too." And you're going like, it was one play out of like how many plays you run during a game. So, these guys are trying to do anything they can to put lipstick on a pig,
Yes.
and you can't do it. And
Yes.
one other thing, it's interesting. There has never been in Division I football, check this out, there has never been a 46-11 score in the history of Division I football.
Fascinating.
It's just weird.
I thought was weird was as we're watching the game. What we're doing here is we're waiting to see if they're going to beat the spread.
Exactly what it was. Yeah, you're exactly right.
And, as the game kept moving on, check back at halftime. Oh, okay. All right. And third quarter. All right. So now we're getting down to crunch time. Are they going to seal the deal? And they didn't. They didn't beat the spread.
And, you look at that and you say, you won 46-11. You played everybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, probably the people that are looking to beat the spread, they bring in and play.
Yes.
But the guy that comes in to play the quarterback is passing his brains out.
Yeah.
Even those guys look pretty good. And there at the end, obviously, people are going, okay, well, even if they hadn't scored a meaningless touchdown at the end of the game against the third string,
Right.
You still wouldn't have beat the spread. So it was one of those
it was
things.
like kind of sad in a way, but that's the system that we have. So
Hey, a little York news there. Matt Parker, the former kicker from Central, kicked his first extra point as a Nittany Lion. I actually texted with Matt the other day because we knew him from basketball. And what a great kid. And I said, what was it like to go out, their first game and so forth? He said, it's pretty unbelievable standing down the field and 107,000 people were there. So
bet.
there you go. So that's enough for the Penn State thing. It is September. Let's see what national days. Mark and I this would not be a Gary Sutton show if we didn't hit the national days. And today is National Live Fearless Day.
yeah. And you know why they use that?
Why?
Because all the rest are kind of
Lame.
a little bit.
Yeah. 2 days, Mark. 2 days until the NFL season kicks off.
Yes. I know.
And 9 days to Patriot Day, September 11th. So,
Already ready. It is Telephone Tuesday. Not sure why. I could look it up. Pierce Your Ears Day.
More people, by the way, use telephone today than any other time of the year. That's supposedly why they have it.
Okay, well, that makes
I was
sense.
reading that today, and
Pierce Your Ears Day. You don't have an earring. I don't either. So
I thought that was going to be combined with the National Telephone Day.
it
Pierce your ear.
is no.
Okay.
It is National
More
Nutrition
figuratively.
Week. I guess that could be a food holiday, right?
National Nutrition Week. I came in this morning and got nothing.
Yes.
At my local Maple Donuts.
Nothing?
Which, by
Why?
the way, I just wasn't
purpose?
hungry,
Oh,
and it was
you
kind of
were
on
not
purpose.
hungry.
But
Yeah.
my local Maple Donuts, I was a little sad about this. Yeah.
Someone leaving?
Well, no. Yeah, they are. They're leaving
Oh,
up
yeah,
the
the
Maple
closing, yes.
the Maple Donut little
Selling it,
center
aren't
there.
they? It's going to become something else.
Well, it's going to become a Greer's Burger place.
That's it.
Which
What
is
is
Some of
that?
they're smash burgers. I'm telling you what. You're
I've never had one.
your loathing sound there. I'm telling you, the Greer's Burger is one of the best smash burgers you're ever
Now,
gonna
is
have.
that a local burger?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I guess.
Started out in Dover.
Okay.
They got another one somewhere else too. I think Hanover or something like that. They've got one, I believe, down at the station place down in Red Lion.
Okay.
Can't think of the name of the place, Union Station or something. And then they're going to have one there now in place. So I don't know if they have
Wow, I'll have to
breakfast
try one.
burgers. I would stop by there, get a breakfast burger at the drive up.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
Oh, there we go.
It is Nutrition Week. It is World Coconut Day.
That's lame.
It is also September is Fall Hat Month.
Oh, really?
You wear a
Okay.
hat.
I do to play golf, yeah.
And it's Piano Month.
Piano month, okay.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. It's a mishmash of ugh.
All right, but there are things to look forward to in September. Okay, there really are. For example, in sports, for you, Holy Day on Thursday.
Yes.
The NFL season kicks off this Thursday when the Eagles host the Cowboys.
Should be an exciting game.
Yep.
How much will the Cowboys lose by?
And then the Chiefs and the Chargers play in Brazil on Friday.
How many pictures, how many shots of Jerry Jones in the owner's box?
Right. It's going to be shots of Jerry Jones versus the Natalie clad ladies doing their dances and stuff on the beach in Brazil. Okay.
Oh, that's right. It's in Brazil.
It'll be competing. It'll be a competing. Would you sooner see a shriveled up Jerry Jones or a not so shriveled up bunch of dancers down there on the beach? Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's another reason to tune in.
There's also lots of college football this month. The U.S. Open of tennis runs through this Sunday, and golf's Ryder Cup,
which I'm going to.
Are you going? You're going to the Ryder Cup.
We are going to the Ryder Cup, but the tickets are extremely expensive.
Yes, they are.
So we're just going to the practice round.
Well, but that's where you have more fun.
I think they were $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
But spare no expense, Mark, going to the Ryder Cup. Where is the Ryder Cup? I don't even.
It's a battle between.
No. Where is it?
Oh, where?
I know what it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have to be like on another planet not to know what it is. Bethpage, New York.
Bethpage Black.
Which, by the way, is a public course.
I didn't know that.
It is a public course, Bethpage Black.
Great.
People will wait overnight to try to get a tea time in the mornings sometimes, but it's a public course.
Yes, it's on Long Island.
In theaters.
And looking forward to
that's interesting.
the practice round, and then it's just 3 days of competition over a normally 4 day.
That's correct. You got Spinal Tap 2 landing September 12th. A big, bold, beautiful journey with Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell arrives the 19th, blah. And on the 26th, Leonardo DiCaprio stars in Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie, One Battle After Another.
Yeah, it's Anderson stuff. Oh, wait, no, is that Wes Anderson, maybe?
Yeah, this is
Paul. Yeah,
Paul Anderson.
All right, so maybe it's not as bad.
A ton of big shows are on the way this month. NCIS, Tony and Ziva lands this Thursday, along with the new Office spinoff, The Paper. Ooh. A new season of The Great British Bake Off hits Netflix on Friday. The VMAs are on Saturday. Only Murders in the Building is back next Tuesday, so it's kind of blah.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze hosts the Emmys on the 14th. Dancing with the Stars is back the 16th. The Morning Show on the 17th. The Voice on the 22nd.
Yeah, well, I like The Morning Show.
America's Got Talent on the 23rd. I always think America's Got Talent is pretty good. They're on the 23rd of September.
It's too convoluted.
The Law and Order shows on the 25th, and season 37 of The Simpsons starts September 28th. And autumn is right around the corner. Labor Day was the unofficial end of the summer, but the first real day of autumn is Monday, September 22nd. If you really want specifics, it starts at 2:19 p.m.
Talk
Eastern.
about burying the lead. There was no winner in the Powerball jackpot.
Yeah.
No jackpot winner.
Yeah, right.
Last night. So the jackpot for Wednesdays, that's tomorrow. Don't confuse the days because we had Monday off. Tomorrow's jackpot will be $1.3 billion.
Wow.
There were, however, $10 million winners, including one in Pennsylvania.
Very nice. And finally, the holidays, Mark, this month.
There's holidays. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the big one is Rosh Hashanah on the 22nd, which is also the same day as the beginning of fall. But there's also Grandparents' Day on the 7th, Talk Like a Pirate Day on the 19th, which is ridiculous. Oktoberfest starts September 20th, and the 29th is National Coffee Day.
Cool.
So there, you know everything there is to know now about September. We'll come back and do some things on the news here on the Gary Sutton Show.
Also.
And what else?
Well, the song that I have coming out of this next break.
Yes.
I want you to, and don't look at my computer. I want you to guess who the singer is.
All right. I'll do my best.
All right.
All here on the Gary Sutton Show. It's a Tuesday morning right here on WOYK.
Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me oh my oh. Yeah, me gotta go, pull the hero down the bayou.
I know. The first thing that comes to your mind is Hank Williams.
Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with this voice.
Yes,
Thank God.
there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Kind of felt sorry for him here. He was a little nervous.
Let me just think for a second about this.
Oh, you can't. Can you see his picture?
Nope, I'm not looking.
Oh, good,
I'm
good.
being honest.
Thank you.
I'm being honest. I'm not looking over. Man,
He's not known for speaking or singing. He's more known for yelling, usually at his teammates.
wow.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't have it.
I mean, he can carry a tune, all right, but would you want to buy that?
No.
Right. So that is Terry Bradshaw.
Really?
Yeah, the Steelers quarterback, Hall of Famer, broadcaster, probably be in that Hall of Fame as well. Terry Bradshaw, 77 years old today.
Well, it's not as terrible as it might be. I
Right,
it
that's
might
what
have
I'm
been.
saying.
Yeah, it's
He can carry a tune, but
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I never buy that.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be a novelty. You go someplace, oh, Terry Bradshaw's going to be singing. You go, okay, all right. That's
He had he was selling records when that happened. So.
yeah. Well,
Other birthdays today:
go ahead.
Jimmy Connors, 73, also tennis Hall of Famer.
Who was he? Wasn't he married to?
Yes, Chrissy Everett for a little bit.
Everybody was. I mean, it was.
Well,
yeah.
he was a fun player, but he had an attitude. But not as much
self-taught, though. He was in St. Louis. He was from St. Louis originally, and he was a self-taught guy, but kind of a nasty guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but not as nasty as McEnroe.
That's true.
Keanu Reeves, 61 today,
Right.
and Salma Hayek.
By the way, those movies that he's in now.
Yes, John Wick.
Yeah, the John Wick. Not a lot of moving. Words in the movie.
It's
script.
Death Wish with less words.
Thank you. Yeah, very nice.
It was, and Salma Hayek
Oh,
is 59 today.
Get out, really?
And if you try to remember a movie role of
Wild
Salma Hayek's?
Wild West.
I would beg to differ. Have you ever seen?
She was in it.
Yes, but did you ever see Quentin Tarantino? And see, now I forgot the darn name of the song. I mean, the Tarantino
Okay.
movies. Here,
We're wasting good time on
We
this.
are. Go ahead. You
okay.
carry on. I'll find it.
Thank you. This week could be a 4-day work week test for some companies. I was reading this article this morning, and for a lot of people, the 3-day weekend is over. But the good news is there's a shorter 4-day work week ahead, right? Mark is a guy who's been pushing for this for a long time, but many people like to think about these short weeks as a lighter workload. But what if this week could serve as a test to show that a 4-day work week could be just as productive every week? There's a new survey. 69% of people believe they could do their jobs in 32 hours per week. Only 29% did not think that was possible, with 3% not being sure. Millennials are most likely to think they could make it work. 75% of them voted yes. Followed closely by Gen Z and Gen X, both at 70%. Baby boomers are far less convinced. Now, it might be the fact that baby boomers are also at the end of their work career. So their vote on this might be a little bit, But only 48% of working boomers think a 4-day work week could work. And if it did happen, what additional day would you like to have off? In the survey, workers overwhelmingly preferred Friday, 59% over Monday, 24%. So they'd sooner have Friday off than Monday, which is kind of interesting. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
If I had to choose, I would just say a day. Even Wednesday would be okay with me.
Right. There you go.
All right. So I finally found this. I didn't think we would get to this point, but about Salma Hayek. She was very good in several movies that she's been in. Desperado was one. There was the romantic comedy with the guy from Friends. That also was a very nice little movie. But From Dusk Till Dawn. Have you ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
No, I have not.
Oh, my Lord. That movie has an unbelievable cast. Directed by Robert Rodriguez, written by Quentin Tarantino. It has George Clooney in it. It's got a lot of famous people that do like cameos and that kind of thing.
Right.
And it's kind of a funny horror movie where vampires run this club in the middle of nowhere, Mexico. And I'm going to try to pull up her, because I'm sure.
Please don't.
I'm sure there is a clip of it somewhere while you continue
For the
talking.
love of God, no. Anyway, it is Telephone Tuesday. Mark was talking about that earlier, but happy Telephone Tuesday. Have you heard any fire hold music today, or was it mostly just classic stuff? The Tuesday after Labor Day, by the way, is supposedly the day businesses get the most calls all year. It's the one day where businesses get the most calls. Think about it.
Oh, is it really?
That's why.
Okay.
Everyone's back from the long weekend. Kids are in school again. For example, in Maryland, kids don't start school until today. And adults are finally free to tackle their mountain of to-dos. So the world wakes up and says, yeah, I should probably call about that thing I've been putting off since June. Telephone Tuesday is just a loose observation, kind of like a distant cousin to Black Friday. But it may be fading into the past now that, more businesses are automated menus to direct people online and the chat bots and all that. So it's harder and harder to talk to a human, even at many small businesses, and that's an unwelcome change. In a recent poll, 62% of customers prefer human interactions over automated ones, and 77% believe a phone call is the best, most efficient way to get an answer. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if that started to shift too. Many companies are making common issues easier to address in AI chats online because it's better for them too.
Right.
And even if you insist on talking to a person, you're probably either going to get a call center worker or someone toggling many calls remotely, and neither may be able to address everything you want. Even email may be inefficient. If you're waiting a day for responses, you might find yourself hoping for a quick online solution.
Yes, chatbot.
I got a guy the other day, we were setting up some airline reservations for November. And the person came on, they had an accent. And you get that a lot too, where people really, it's hard to understand what they're saying with English. Right. But this guy was so thorough. He was reading from a script, but he was also very mannerly. He was very thorough. He was very good. It took a long time to get it done, but I felt good about the reservation for my car and my airline after we got done with him. So
was he slow and deliberate? So
he was, and very, and had stuff built into the conversation. He was also trying to sell you extra stuff, which was fine. That was part of his job, but my job was to say no. So there you go. But when we come back, we'll tell you the 5 things about that we miss about old school telephones and news that's happening locally, statewide, and national, all here on the Gary Sutton Show, where it is 6:30.
battleship Missouri, 53,000-ton flagship of Admiral Halsey's Third Fleet, becomes the scene of an unforgettable ceremony marking the complete and formal surrender of Japan. In the Bay of Tokyo itself, the United States destroyer Buchanan comes alongside, bringing representatives of the Allied powers to witness the final capitulation. General of the Army Douglas MacArthur, Supreme Allied Commander for the occupation of Japan, boards the Missouri. Fleet Admiral Nimitz, Pacific Fleet Commander, and Admiral Halsey welcome MacArthur and his Chief of Staff, General Sutherland, aboard. Admiral Nimitz escorts General MacArthur to the Missouri's veranda deck, where the 20-minute ceremony is to take place. It is Sunday, September 2nd, 1945.
Yep, today the 80th anniversary of Japan formally surrendering, officially ending World War II.
Yes, that was it. VE Day had come earlier. This was the signing on the USS Missouri, and and I believe MacArthur had Wainwright, General Wainwright, with him, who had to sign over the Philippines at one point in time there, and they had a little bit of an out when he got back. But he brought him over just to recognize that what he had been through. We were talking a little bit about telephones today, Mark, and
Telephone Tuesday.
And we said it's a day where everybody supposedly makes these calls. But, I was thinking about this. Think about the old telephones that we had before we got all the stuff we've got now.
Yes, I will try to go back into my memory.
And I came across a list of the top 5 things we miss about our old school telephones. For example, the rotary meant that any number with a lot of nines took about an hour to dial. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you couldn't really dial quickly.
Listening into our sisters' conversations by picking up another line in the house. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Leaving the phone off the hook, a.k.a. the original silent mode.
Yes.
Remember that? Yeah. The ring that was so terrifyingly loud, it made one maybe wet their pants every now and then. I don't know. The cord we twirled with our finger during flirty chats with a cute boy or girl from study hall. You remember that? The avocado green color that matched Nana's refrigerator. Yeah, that was that. We really missed that. Fully extending the wire that connected the base to the wall so we could clothesline our annoying little brother. Yeah, the big buttons that left a square indentation in our finger. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And finally, the sturdy base that could handle us slamming the receiver down after we failed to be the 12th caller for tickets to REO Speedwagon. So those are things that we miss about the old-time telephone. Maybe other people miss some things about it too, but it was, when it rang, man, it got everybody's attention.
It was heavy too. I mean, these days, you don't worry about that.
No question about it. What else?
I do have one story that's a regional story that's making some ripples nationally, and here's some details from Fox News Radio.
Police say a minivan driven by a woman drove through a crowd at the Capona Festival just as the 3-day event was wrapping up around 6 p.m. Monday evening. Police say the driver bypassed barricades and struck festival goers. The 7-year-old boy is in critical condition. The 2 other victims included a city employee and a woman in a wheelchair. The driver now in custody. Police say vendors were packing up when the van came barreling down the street. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
And that's the latest there.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that story because that's one that may have a little bit more for us. It is goodbye to Maple Donuts on Route 30 and hello to Greer's Burger Garage. Yeah, and we mentioned that story earlier. That's going to be coming up out at Maple Donuts on the Maple Donuts little shopette there at 970 Laux Road in New York, also known as Route 30. Owner Ethan Greer, also co-owner of the Franklin Street Social, which is a wonderful place as well. And the food hall's latest pizzeria, Francesca's, decided in New York as the burger joint's 4th location. Maple Donuts, which currently operates the building at 970 Laux Road, is set to close at the end of September. Greer anticipates the Burger Garage will open sometime this holiday season. They do have great smash burgers. Mark, you'll
I have to try that.
Yeah, you'll love them. He said there's an element of nostalgia tied to the building. Yeah. I, like many Yorktownians, grew up eating Maple Donuts. I can remember my mom stopping to get me donut holes and hot chocolate through the pickup window when I was a little boy. The burger joint already has locations in Hanover, Dover, and Red Lion. He said, we saw it as an opportunity to build on our brand, which blends classic offerings with a modern twist. So that will be Greer's right there after Maple Donuts at Maple Donut Village there, it's called, closes down, which is kind of, Maple Donuts is not closing down, but just that particular
Right,
location.
just that location, yeah.
So there you have that. Let's see.
It's funny what you get used to, huh?
I know. Well, that's my stop place. When I stop in the morning, and that's where all the people work that I know, and they've already moved a few of them. Bundle up, South Central PA. The Old Farmer's Almanac is a prediction for a snowy winter.
I believe it. And you want to know why?
Go ahead.
I saw, I think it
Caterpillar?
was on Saturday or Sunday.
Right.
I forget where I was walking. And I heard this noise and I looked up and there were like a couple of dozen geese already flying south.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 80 degrees.
And I'm out of here.
Why are you leaving now? And I'm like, they must be leaving because it's going to be bad.
They're letting you know.
Yes.
They know. The Old Farmer's Almanac predicts that the upcoming winter will be colder than normal. With less snow than usual in
Still,
South Central
cold
PA.
is the key.
Less snow than usual, but cold. I hate cold. The Old Farmer's Almanac, which was founded in 1792, has released its predictions for the upcoming winter and anticipates mild weather for much of the country.
I have to talk to Daryl about getting another heater in.
There it is. The Almanac puts South Central Pennsylvania, including Adams, Lebanon, and York counties in the Appalachian region, which stretches from Elmira, New York, to Asheville, North Carolina. It is predicting below normal precipitation for the Appalachian region. Snow is expected to be lighter in the north and heavier in the south, the publication states. Communities should watch for snow in late December, late January, early and late February, and mid-March.
Here's now, this presents another opportunity. I wonder would you go to a YouTube channel or a website that basically checks old predictions and sees, so let's take...
Did they amount to anything?
Right. Let's take last year's almanac.
Right.
And it should be sort of easy, I would imagine, to take a look at, a map and see where the snow fell and that kind of thing. Maybe it wouldn't take too much work, but at least enough to because they kind of make these predictions in kind of broad language. So you should be able to confirm or deny just based on that. And would you go to something like that and say, hey, you know what? What happened last year or the year before? Let's check the last 5 years and see if there's a trend or something. Would you do that? I mean, and you could do this
I think you should do that because I'm a little sick and tired of some publications that started in 1792 predicting, like they're saying, well, guess what? Tonight's forecast is dark, getting progressively lighter toward morning.
Yes.
We'll have rain sometime in the next 3 months. Yeah, really? That's not,
Right.
By the way, you work at Hershey on the weekends. Terrifying moments at Hershey Park this weekend when a young boy was seen walking along the tracks of the elevated monorail.
Yeah.
Now, Hershey says crews were searching for the child after he was separated from his parents and reported missing just after 5 p.m. on Saturday. During the search, the child entered a station for the closed monorail, then started walking along the track. The child was safely reunited with the family just before 5:30 after a guest helped guide him to safety. Video shows the guest jumping onto the tracks and grabbing the boy in his arms as the concerned crowd started to cheer. According to Fox 43, the guest who rescued the child has been identified as John Sampson of Bucks County. Park officials say the boy was not harmed. Hershey officials say the monorail was secured and not in operation at the time of the incident. The ride was closed and safeguarded by a chained closure at the entrance and barricaded turnstiles at the platform, but never enough to keep a kid off the tracks, right? So that's...
Right. Well, I mean, and I saw some postings online wondering because I guess at one point people were like yelling at him to... just stay where he was, that they would come and get him. And I guess it was kind of loud for him, so he was putting his hands over his ears. And one poster thought, and this seemed kind of logical, maybe that he could be autistic.
Well, I'm just going to say that seems like...
Yes. Yeah, so that maybe, that's how he got separated. It's kind of easy to do there with the huge crowds, which, by the way, I was unaware that I guess yesterday was the last... Monday through Friday day. So now the park is only open. The water park is now closed for the year, and the regular rides and that kind of thing is closed except for weekends now.
Here's something from the state. A Pennsylvania House committee designed to oversee the government has only met once in 4 years. I saw CBS 21 was investigated, asking Republican and Democratic leadership why it hasn't met.
This is the State House?
It's the House Government Oversight Committee. It was created by Republicans in 2019, but it has only met one time in 4 years. So you say, well, why would you create a committee designed to oversee government, which I think it's a good thing. The idea that it hasn't been used in 4 years is a bit concerning, said Minority Leader Jesse Tauber. Do you think? We don't want to seem as though we're lacking in our role to provide oversight, particularly with the administration. What kind of stupid statement is that? We don't want to seem as though we're lacking in our role to, so we designed a committee that we could meet one time in 4 years to give lip service to it. And that's all they did. So a spokesperson for House Speaker Joanna Clinton told CBS 21 in a statement, no issue has arisen to date that will compel the committee to meet. Wait a minute. How about the fact we don't have a budget for like how many months now? That seems like that would be an issue. You don't, what level is out there? You look. This Topper guy, they should never let him talk. Do you know what could potentially be out there if you're not actively looking into these issues? I mean, this guy's a fool with those kind of statements. We'll keep our eye on that to see if they decide to meet more often. It's lip service.
There was one thing that did pop into my head, and I forgot it when you jumped to the Hershey.
Yeah.
But a website, or I guess the internet is fulfilling this role. They jump on when people make predictions, and then they show. And I can't tell you how many videos I saw of Paul Feinbaum. Do you know who he is?
Yes.
So apparently on Saturday, before the game, he was all on Texas and Archie Manning. Is that his? Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
Yeah,
for Texas.
He's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread and blah, blah, blah. And of course, Texas got beat. Arch Manning was not that great in that game. So there's an example of someone making predictions and getting instant payback.
The more than 1.2 million immigrants disappeared from the labor force from January through the end of July, according to the preliminary Census Bureau data analyzed by the Pew Research Center. That includes people who are in the country illegally as well as legal residents. Now, immigrants make up about 20% of the U.S. workforce, and that data shows 45% of workers in farming, fishing, and forestry are immigrants, according to Pew senior researcher Stephanie Kramer. About 30% of all construction workers are immigrants, and 24% of service workers are immigrants, she added. The loss in immigrant workers comes as the nation is seeing the first decline in the overall immigrant population after the number of people in the U.S. illegally reached an all-time high of 14 million in 2023. So huge number, but it's unclear how much of the decline, that decline is going to affect our day-to-day work in various industries. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. But obviously that number has now gone down very, very big, and we'll see what happens.
So
what do we have next?
My computer kind of locked up.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back here on the Gary Sutton Show and hit some more of the news and local, state, and otherwise.
Oh, and one other, we mentioned earlier, and in case you missed it, the Powerball jackpot. Nobody won last night, the big prize. So Wednesday's jackpot is going to be $1.3 billion. But there are plenty of other things